everybody who looked like they were talking to themselves was probably, woo. All right, welcome back to Chris and His Love.
Yeah.
It's been a minute, but we're back.
Well,
Woo-hoo.
we
It's been
accidentally
super
took a week
busy.
off.
Yeah, accidentally. Also, I mean, we kind of trying to get to a class on Tuesdays, and yeah, it's been busy.
Yeah.
So
We're taking a marriage class.
we did a whoopsie poopsie on Tuesday because we were like, I was like, hey, what day is it? And we're like, oh, nuts.
It was Tuesday, which is our recording day, also our marriage class day.
So,
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
like preventative medicine,
yeah. But luckily they release a recording
Yeah.
for the class so that we can stay caught up, which is kind of nice because, well, we also live 45 minutes away from said class, and I now work an hour away from home. So
Tuesday is packed. We're swamped.
it's a long day. So, but here's what I want to talk about.
Oh, okay.
So way back when we were much younger, right? Mm-hmm. There came a time when you would be going to the store shopping, right? You walk up next to somebody and they're just looking dead ahead or looking at something, right? And like, hey, how's it going? And you're like, I don't think I know this person. I'm like, I'm all right. And they're like, yeah, man, Stephanie at that party, man, she was going crazy. And I'm like, I know Stephanie, but I don't know you, right? And he's kind of like, excuse me, I don't know that I know you. And they look at you and like, and turn around, and then they got this little thing with the little blue dot in their ear, and you're like, what the hey diddle diddle on a fiddle?
Yeah.
So, I mean, and it came out in the late 90s, right? Bluetooth. It was just kind of like this crazy technology that everybody who looked like they were talking to themselves was probably, woo, to like, then they were talking to themselves and they were actually talking to like other people.
Yeah.
There's a lot of times, like right when it first came out, that you'd walk up, they wouldn't be talking, right? Or they'd just be getting on the phone.
Yeah.
You walk up, stand next to them, and they start talking, and it's like, are you talking to me?
Yeah.
And, so it was just kind of a crazy thing, right? This newfangled technology or whatever. So I guess my question to you is, what technology kind of threw you for a loop?
Well, I mean, being like millennials, we have seen a lot of technology come in.
Yes. Well, we grew up with technology, right?
Yeah.
Went from having none to having it all.
Yeah. Yeah. In the course of
Our lifetime.
I would say like 30 years. Because I think we got our first computer around 10-ish.
Right.
It was a giant, ran DOS. It was black screen with orange writing.
Right. And that's probably...
It was about, no, maybe a little earlier than 10, because...
Well, that means you had a computer before I did.
We had computers in our school.
Yeah, but those were all Apples.
No,
those
I know.
Don't count.
They were so cute with the color in the back.
See, you guys had the fancier ones. We still had like the rectangle, all-in-one, look like a 13-inch TV screen.
Oh.
White ones.
We had that at home.
Oh, fancy.
And so we had that kind of home. But I remember having computers in elementary school. Like specifically, probably 5th grade maybe.
Yeah, that's when I remember fifth and sixth grade is when I remember computers. I know were the white apples, the Macintoshes that
I don't know what ours
got
was.
introduced to SimCity on
Oh,
and things like that. I don't have like a huge recollection of playing Oregon Trail. I know you do,
I do.
but
I very
it
much
makes
do.
sense that if you had a computer at home. See, I didn't have a computer at home until is in 13, 14-ish.
Oh,
And at that point it was
so like 8th grade.
like Doom and
But the
Wolfenstein.
Doom is where you actually had like kind of pictures. There were like just lines. It was very rudimentary.
Yeah, it looks like it's a first person shooter that looks like it was designed by Minecraft.
There was this one game that was all words. There was before pictures.
Yeah,
You know what I'm talking? It's
I mean, I
so it
know
would
what
say
you're
like
talking about, but
you've
I've
come
never
to a
seen it.
cavern and there's a corridor to your left and a
Right.
door to your right. Which way do you go? And you
It's-
type in the door.
It's computerized D&D, really.
Oh,
That's what it is, right? Did you just have that realization right now on the video?
they're all video games are computerized D&D.
No. Might be in a little bit of denial.
Yes.
But no.
Anyway, but yeah, there was no pictures. It was just like, or maybe it was press the left arrow for the corridor and the right arrow for the door or whatever, and then it would be like, oh, you've come across a something. Do you wish to fight or run?
Let me tell you about the younger me. That's too much reading.
I guess that's true. It's true. But it was the only video game they had that I was aware of.
No, there was
I mean, like,
Pac-Man and
computer game.
Pong and those other games.
I don't know why I'm yawning. It'll be done in just a second. I think my brain just needs oxygen.
I mean, it is kind of essential to life.
Yes, and that's why you do it. But it was the technology that threw me for a loop. I don't know that anything's really thrown me for a loop.
Well, something
I
you were
remember
like,
IMAX. I remember IMAX as a kid, and you sit up, and it's just, and as it's going, and we did like flight ones.
The IMAX theater,
Or-
not IMAC like computer. Right?
IMAX theater, yeah. And or they're like down over the Serengeti and you're following different animals and stuff. But I remember we'd like swooping and be like, I'm like, that's so cool.
That's so great for you for somebody who has like motion
sickness.
sickness.
Yeah,
right?
I did have to like look around and get my bearings a lot.
So
I'd be like whoosh, and like the plane would like dive towards the ocean. I'm like, and I'd have to look over and be like, okay, and then watch again.
So I went to the one at the space base, or where do we call it? Where they launch them off.
NASA, Canaveral.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Over in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
And went to the IMAX there. And that was an IMAX on like the stuff they put the astronauts through so that they can go to space.
Did they G-force you or the spinny one?
They did like some spinny type stuff, but the biggest one
Yeah.
was they have this test where the astronaut sits there and looks into this cone, right? Cone. It's not necessarily a cylinder, right?
Uh-huh.
That's got dots all the way around it. And it's spinning, right?
Oh.
And it's a test of like seeing like, is it spinning or are you spinning? And all of a sudden it looks like the thing stops and then you start rotating. And you're just like, oh.
You feel like you're going up the side of the
Yeah,
screen.
yep. Yep.
Holding on to the handle. Don't fall.
Yep.
That's
So that
funny.
one was pretty nuts.
Yeah.
But yeah, IMAX was a really cool like thing right when it first came out.
Yeah.
And it still is kind of
knows?
cool. But the next level to that is the Sphere. I would like to go to that in Vegas.
Yeah. The thing I've heard about the Sphere, though, is that the seats are like essentially vertical. One wrong
Okay.
step and you're at the bottom.
That's fine.
Just dead. Just dead.
Okay. Well, meet the Lord.
It's not exactly the way that I want to meet him.
Yeah, but you won't care once you're there.
It's just the pain until it happens.
Yeah.
The Oculus? We tried the, What'd you
I
say?
was just making sure we had noise.
Oh, the Oculus, sorry. I played it for the first time and you put it on and you, like, one of the games that comes on it, you're like walking and stuff and you have to walk
Walk a beam.
the beam and then I did not do good with that.
No, it makes you like feel like you're like, oh.
Yeah. I was like, I have really bad balance anyway. So I'm walking this fake beam. No, I think we put down a piece of wood on the ground. So
Yeah, it was a
that
2x4.
So it felt like the beam. And oh man. Yep, I definitely felt. And then like you fall in the game. And I was like, this is a nightmare.
And it makes you feel like a falling dream.
Yes. I was like,
Right.
I don't like this. But in my falling dreams, usually I can turn it into flying. And that did not happen in the Oculus.
My falling dreams.
I was waiting to like start flying and it was not good.
My falling dreams are end in me waking up in sweat. Like it does not turn into flying. It
I think for a while I thought that I could literally jump off something and I would be fine because I could either like slow the motion and just be like, and then land, or yawned, or and then it's
interesting.
But sometimes like I either like land or
Is this
I
before
can like,
or after you saw The Matrix?
as a child,
Before
The Matrix was even out.
Mm.
But and then I thought, I was like, okay, so if I fall off something, it's probably fine because I know that I can slow myself down. And then my brain would go, that's not real, right? I'd be like, no, that's not real. That's real.
Yeah.
Wait, that's real, right? That's not real. But I would try it at home, jumping off of like the rabbit hutch. But it would never work. But then I was like, oh, it's probably because I'm too close to the ground. I don't give
Yeah, that's it.
I don't have enough like height to be able to slow myself down. Like, you know, there's a little bit of a free fall first,
Yeah,
but then I would hit the ground.
Gotta get higher.
Yeah, it's probably good that I was also afraid of heights. Because I would have. I legit thought that I could like not fly, but like glide safely, get myself down.
Interesting.
So it is probably very good that I was afraid of heights because I definitely would have tried it.
Yeah. Interesting. That still doesn't talk about technology.
That was Oculus.
Oh, Oculus. There we go. That
was the Oculus. I think that was when I was like, oh, okay, I don't like that.
Yeah.
What about you?
Well, Bluetooth, right?
I always think, here's the thing. If you're going to be talking on Bluetooth to someone out loud, obviously, find a buddy, walk together so you look like you're having a conversation.
Yeah, but the whole reason that they're having a conversation on the Bluetooth is because their buddy's not with them.
Yeah, I know. But now, if somebody's talking, you're like, oh, okay, they're on Bluetooth. You just assume they're on Bluetooth.
Now, I'm just saying when it was brand new, right? You're just like, say what?
Yeah, you're like, what? Who are they talking to?
And now it's back to again also because people don't really talk like that. They're always texting. It's gone back to the person that's talking to themselves. It's probably a little wacko.
Maybe. Maybe. I mean,
because everybody that you tend to talk with is all text.
Or a Marco Polo.
Yeah, but it's video chat. Like, it's not, it doesn't look like you're just like, you know.
Well, then it was just a lot of people plugging into their. Then it was like, oh, well, there's a cord. Okay. Then cords kind of. And then they got like the things, and then the headsets. And then they gave cords. You could buy a cord so you didn't lose them. And I was like, guys, this is exactly. You could just be corded.
Right.
You could just be corded.
Well, and so, like Oculus, right?
Uh-huh.
Remember back in the day, they used to, I think it was called Windows Glass or something like that. They actually made glasses that had a computer in them. So that,
You could like Google.
right, and you could do
whatever.
specific things. What if VR headset doesn't necessarily go the VR route, but it goes AR or augmented reality? So it'd be like your glasses you have on right now, or like Ray-Ban sunglasses.
Oh, so it doesn't completely block out and give you something else. It's in addition to being
It'd be
able to
like
see.
augmented reality. Like I would be looking around and I could look at the camera and it would tell me like model, how much it costs, you know, things like that. You know, the Star Trek-y type things where it's like, it's a heads up display
Yeah.
and it would just show you things.
Well, it's very like superhero or
Right.
like
Right.
where they have the helmet on and then it's just all the information as
Right.
well.
Well,
as
then you
the-
could also like search things or whatever, because right now they already have Ray-Ban sunglasses that have, so you know how like I have the bone vibrating headphones,
Yeah.
right? They already have where the arms on the glasses are actually speakers. And stuff for listening to music and whatnot. So
Interesting.
yeah,
That's cool. That'd be fun.
I mean,
for
I
the
don't think
plane.
we're very far off from, you know, making that leap to having augmented reality type stuff where it's connected to your phone.
Well, it'd be kind of cool if you're like running in your glasses, and you're running through the city, but it overlays like a map of like a fairy village or something. So you're like running through the woods, and there's like fairies. You're like, hey guys, you know, or like you're running with a football team, or you're running with like you could just be taking a walk, but you're actually taking a walk. If you walk down these streets or whatever, then you're following the path next to the Grand Canyon. You can look over, or
I would think that would get
just like
more,
plays down into.
more safety issue, because then you wouldn't see cars or something.
Yeah, but
as
if
you're
you're
in the
looking
city.
at prices of things or directions on your glasses, you're not really looking.
Yes,
at the
but that's
city
just like
anyway.
an overlay heads up display like they have in cars. Like
Yeah.
it's not.
It's
the
something to
same.
pay attention to, though.
It is, but it's not. It's not completely overlaying the scenery. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
and you know that would be fun. But I think just like the difference in personalities, I would be like, "Ooh, in the woods, running from a bear."
Yeah.
Or Bigfoot or something, not like
Yeah.
traipsing along through the ferry.
Yeah, but they'd have to buy different experiences.
Right. Speaking of buying different experiences,
No, hold on, wait, hold on.
okay.
Hold on. You said the Bluetooth thing and the person talking to you, it gives the same vibe as like when you're like walking around or something, you come up and you see someone like, hi, and you're like, hi, wait, I don't know them. And then they're like, they give you that look and you turn around and you're like, huh? They were waving at me.
I
That's why I
just
don't
did that.
recognize them.
I just did that the other day. Yeah.
You're
I
like,
felt so
hey. And then you're like, that's worship him. I'm listening to Jesus. Worship. Or the guy's like, oh, my hair is so nice.
Yeah.
Anyway, buying
Uh-oh.
things.
I don't know. My
Choo choo, I'm sorry.
Choo-choo got-
Speaking of buying things.
Oh, speaking of buying things, here's something creepy and craptacular.
Creepy.
Yes.
Okay.
You know, there's these chips that people are developing to put in your brain called Neuralink,
Yes.
right? And we're talking about having augmented reality and whatnot. I mean, that would also make an augmented reality as well. You wouldn't even need glasses for
You
it.
wouldn't even need glasses.
And they're also talking about being able to buy experiences, buy memories. So somebody would actually have a memory of going to Aspen and doing skiing and stuff and all the fun things that go along with it. Then you could buy that memory and have it uploaded into your brain. And then that would then become your memory.
What happens when you have Alzheimer's or dementia? Do you lose those memories, or are those always there, but you
They
lose
would be
your
stored.
other ones?
They would be stored on your chip, I would think.
Oh, so then they would have to be able to put. I would think that it
need
would
to be
be
rebooted
better.
all the time.
I would think that it would be better to put your own memories on it so that you never lose them.
Right, you would think. But I would think that maybe Alzheimer's would make you less able to
Reach
tap
that information.
into the Neuralink itself.
Well, that's what they're saying about Alzheimer's now, is that it's diabetes number 3.
It's like a
and it's-
rewiring.
Yeah, it's not so much that your memories are gone; it's that you just can't access them.
Right.
I'm like, well, that is just interesting. So I guess the same
We are not
process
doctors,
would
that's
be.
just
I have no
theory.
idea.
just theory.
I have no idea. I just watched a lot of doctors on TikTok, or people talking about it.
Or supposed doctors on TikTok.
Who knows, really?
Like the
But it's
doctor on
fine.
The Simpsons.
Yeah. But yeah, but no, I did actually read a thing where it was talking about they're talking about it being diabetes 3. Like an actual science thing. Yeah, I think that would be crazy. I really think, but then you could like maybe put your chip inside like your family member, and you would have a family history. And then maybe your chip could be big enough that you could hold multiple generations
Right.
of memories. And then
Yeah, no.
the problem
I'm
though,
good.
I don't want it inside my brain. The problem I see with it though is that because it's hard drive or software or whatever, it's a something, it can get hacked.
Yeah.
And if it gets hacked, what do they like? Does that control your body then? Like somebody's just hokey pokeying with your body somewhere?
Could I mean we don't know everything
Or
that it
could
could
they
possibly
like
do.
change
It
what your
could
memory is? They would change the
memory,
and
change behaviors and attitudes.
I could
like,
see
there could
like
be a
people
whole-
wanting to use it for rehabilitation.
Right, but let me finish.
Yeah, no, go ahead. Yeah.
But I think the biggest thing is like if it's programmed into the brain and it can hit certain dopamine response receptors and stuff, like it could drive you to certain things. Like not necessarily I'm going to put this command in and they're just going to do this thing, but it could start to shape your actions because you're getting dopamine hits and you don't know why. You know what
Kind
I'm
of
saying?
like an addiction or
Yeah. It becomes a dopamine addiction. Right?
interesting.
Because, and then they're shaping it to what they want you to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I can see it for like rehabilitation
Yeah,
purposes
for sure.
or like PTSD people
Or, yeah,
or
like,
like if you had like big childhood trauma,
or if you like
like a different kind
your
of hypnosis.
your spinal gets severed and you can't walk anymore. Like, and it would allow you to walk. Fantastic. I think that would be great. My
It just
my
really
biggest
scares
thing
me.
is like that utility part would be great, but when man gets involved, it's gonna go bad,
Yeah,
and it's gonna
hackers
go
be
further.
hacking.
It's gonna go further than that. It's gonna be made to do way more than that, and then it's just gonna get real bad.
Yeah, some scientists are going to be like, hey, look, we might be able to do this. And then some big corporations going to be like, but we could make it do this.
And make
It'd be like the
money.
Halo guys.
Yeah,
We started watching Halo. They have little chips.
Yeah, it's emotions inhibitor. Essentially, takes all the emotions out so they can just be straight up soldiers.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that sounds scary in real life.
I mean, and that's kind of like the whole dopamine thing that I was talking about. Like, it could very well just be like an emotions inhibitor, or
Yeah.
that way you would then essentially become like a robot and just a slave, right?
Yeah. Yeah. There's so much is involved with emotions, with like risk reward and behavior modification, and
Right.
so. Well, tell us what your favorite. Oh no, this
You are
I'm
like,
really
so
bad at touching
great.
this thing.
Things that like boggle your mind technology wise, microphones.
It's not the microphone; it's the not touching it.
No touchy.
I know. I bump them all the time. I forget it's there.
Mm-hmm. You sure do. And usually it's out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah.
And that's in your sight. And
Yeah.
it's not in your mind.
Kind of like my glasses. I don't really like see them, but then when I don't have them on and I'm wearing contacts, I go to like push up my glasses. I don't even feel anything falling, but I just like go to push up my glasses, and I like sometimes I'll do it in a hurry at work and end up like punching my forehead.
That's awesome.
So that's fun.
All right. Tell us about what technology threw you for a loop as you were growing up, or maybe it's something brand new. And it's throwing you for a loop. Go ahead and hit the like
Or that
button.
you think is so crazy cool.
Subscribe. Tell us all the things, and laugh with us as we have our little babblings going on. And we'll talk to you next time. Bye.
Bye.